After enduring the brutal ravages of war, this French soldier faced the grim prospect of amputation and disfigurement. Condemned to a lifetime of survival with a broken body, he chose to undergo the serum injection experiment. Driven by the desire for superhuman strength and endurance to join the Sentinel's elite superhuman unit, he refused to remain a broken man trampled by fate.
Dixonal, prêt.
Previously, only a small vial had been injected at the hospital, but this time a massive dose of serum would be pumped into his system. Mar stared intently at the vital signs on the monitor screen. The serum raced through his body like a raging inferno. Elle's veins bulged, his eyes rapidly bloodshot, pain tearing at every nerve fiber.
Somatostatine à 6. Pas de dilatation.
Pulsation à 140. 160.
As more serum poured in, his body convulsed violently. His breathing became erratic, and the heartbeat curve on the monitor spiked wildly. The professor's expression darkened, realizing the experiment might fail. He silently drew his pistol, preparing to end Elle's suffering. Just as the muzzle touched Elle's forehead, Elle suddenly let out a heart-wrenching scream. Then, his heart stopped abruptly, plunging the room into deathly silence.
Son cœur n'a pas résisté.
The professor sighed and lowered the gun. Yet the next instant, urgent gunfire erupted outside. German forces, having obtained intelligence on the lab, stormed in. The professor ordered Mar to remain in the lab to tend to Elle, while the others followed him to the archives to protect the experimental data that could alter the course of the war. Simultaneously, the German officer issued an order to shoot to kill. Troops surged into the underground lab like a tidal wave. Gunfire and screams echoed in succession. Wherever guards offered resistance, the soldiers used the researchers as human shields. Upon reaching the archive room, the professor hurriedly opened the safe, retrieving an old-fashioned pistol and a top-secret dossier marked Project Atlas. At that moment, his assistant, Bell, was reduced to charcoal by a German soldier's flamethrower. A German soldier fought his way to the room where Elle lay. March, cowering in the corner, trembled silently. Spotting Elle on the lab table, the soldier plunged his bayonet into the body without hesitation. As he leaned in to inspect, Elle's dark eyes suddenly snapped open, and he seized the soldier's throat with one hand. German soldiers outside heard the commotion and burst through the door. They found their comrade's body lying on the floor. March, panicked, knocked over a table. The sound of glass test tubes shattering on the floor was piercingly loud in the silence. The soldiers followed the noise to the laboratory, raising their guns and closing in on her position. Behind them, a figure wrapped in bandages appeared. Elle tore into the enemy like a beast. Bullets pierced his body, bayonets plunged into his chest, yet he felt no pain, only fighting back with increased fury. When the last soldier fell, the room fell deathly silent. He soon spotted Mar hiding nearby. Just as Mar was about to suffocate, the blackness in Eyle's eyes faded. He released his grip, setting Mar down. He then looked down at his hands, which seemed to hold some newfound power. The professor narrowly escaped, but nearly all the lab's researchers were slaughtered. His assistant, Bell, perished in the flames. Learning that L had killed multiple German soldiers in the chaos and returned from the dead, the professor was stunned. No previous sample had ever exhibited such a reaction after serum injection. The professor ordered Marr to closely monitor L's condition, reporting progress to him hourly. That night, L's body convulsed intermittently, as if some unknown force were awakening within him.